Hello, it's Vincent here.
Jeff.
I'm still Zach.
And today we're reviewing Cartoon Network's Crossover Crisis.
I feel like we've played that before.
Made by Cryptozoic, which is one of their deck building games. It's been out for a little while, but I just got this as a Christmas gift thanks to my girlfriend's parents. They're pretty awesome. And I'm a huge fan of Cartoon Network, so we were very interested in playing it. We just finished playing it.
That's right, we did!
So we have our first impressions of it, and what do you guys think?
So for me, overall, I love deck building games. Like, that's one of my favorite things for any kind of card type thing, a draft, anything. I love to build. I love the construction concept, and I love Cartoon Network. I've grown up with it almost all my life.
It's a good IP to use.
Yeah, so it's great. So for me personally, just with the concept of it being Cartoon Network, with it being a deck building game, and also the certain event cards in it, which made it hilarious, I definitely have to give it a V.
Okay, just coming out swinging with the rating.
Like, to me, it's definitely in my top games now.
So for a rating system,
I was about to ask that.
For a rating
system,
system,
we said that before.
It's called the XYZV. X means ant, stay away, it's bad. Y is why bother, unless maybe you're a huge Cartoon Network fan in this case. You know, it's kind of like it's a little bit in the middle, and you wouldn't really recommend many people play it unless they have a specific subset of interest. And then Z is amazing, which it's just really good. And then V is Vindicated approved, topper echelon. It doesn't mean it's perfect, but it just means that it is a consistent go-to. It's one of it's a game that you compare other games to all the time because it's so good.
Yeah, no, this will definitely be one that I'll compare other deck building games to, because like I said, it hit all the right spots for me. You know, childhood nostalgia, deck building game, and just how much fun it was to play with the event cards and just the things we got to do.
Yeah, so I'll say with this too, it has an interesting balance of like, it has strategy, and it feels like if you are really into that, you can really get into like trying to make optimal plays in this game. But it has like a lot of over-the-top humor that you wouldn't find usually paired with strategy in a game. So the event cards I've never seen in a deck building game. I'm sure that they are in other deck building games, but these event cards are things like you have to give everyone a nickname, and if you don't call the person a nickname, then you get penalized really badly. So it makes things very tough. There's ones where you have to stand up until it's your turn. There's ones where you have to pretend like there's gravity. You have to hold your breath. These events... Oh,
the singing one too.
You have to sing, and I mean, it just makes the game... It takes it where, like, if the energy's this, it elevates the energy because it is crazy all the things that you have to do. Yeah. So, Zach, what did you think?
I thought it was fun. I wasn't paying attention. No, I thought it was fun. It was my second or third time ever playing a game like this. And I grew up with Cartoon Network too, so I loved a lot of the old cartoons they had. It was kind of odd having some of the newer ones.
I agree. I'm not as into the newer ones as much.
It was a throw together of both old and new.
Well, there's a couple that, like, the Adventure Time made sense. I felt Steven Universe made sense, but there were, and even Rick and Morty made sense. But then there's one called Clarence.
Regular Show.
Regular Show. Thank you. One called Clarence in there. Not really, like, it's something I saw. I was like, it's kind of weird, but whatever.
Well, Clarence isn't really that new. It's still older too.
Well, but I mean, going with like the theme of everything, I felt like it didn't really have something that would be.
I feel like they could have replaced that one.
That one's a more of a child show. Not something like you watch Rick and Morty, you can be...
Regular Show.
Regular show. Sorry, you can be 10 watching
Mordecai and Rigby
are the characters. You could be 8 or 10 watching that show, or you could be 18 or 21 watching that show. The Clarence show, you can't really, but...
What you trying to say?
Yeah. So how about this? So, Zach, you've played some of the Cryptozoic's other deck building games. You played the superhero one.
Yeah.
You can probably see a lot of similarities because they have the same engine, but what did you think, like, how do you think this one stacks compared to that one?
I like this more, but I think it also deals with that I love
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network more, because when we play that, it's not that I don't know a lot of the superhero stuff. I don't know a lot about it. But I do enjoy that stuff. But I feel like I had more of a connection with this one because I do watch a lot of those shows, and I like, even right now, I'm going through binge watching some of the older stuff that I can find on Hulu or Netflix.
So what do you think of some of the differences? Like, the biggest difference to me from this game to the other one, aside from being Cartoon Network, is the fact that the event cards drastically change stuff. And the weaknesses in the DC deck building game, the weakness is just are dead cards in your hands, and then they give you negative points at the end of the game.
Yeah.
These weaknesses are not only dead cards, but they change, like they make your turn like worse.
That was the biggest thing I saw, was the weakness that I can remember from that one, is the weaknesses cards are a lot more different.
Tame. Yeah, they're just like subtle.
And I feel I feel like it might be because it's meant for younger kids too. That one I felt was more for adults, you know, 16.
Well, it's the same thing like another deck building game, like I said, Dominion. I talked about it earlier. It's one of medieval based, and its weaknesses don't have any special effects. They just have negative points. So I understand that concept. But I do like the trade-off for these weaknesses have special effects that punish you during the game and not at the end of the game.
And they all have themes that tie directly into the show that they're representing. And it's done really well in that way.
Yeah.
So, Zach, what is your personal rating for this?
Give it a Z.
A Z?
There's a couple things that made me confused.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us were. But I feel it's one of those things where if those were a little more cleared up, I would give it a V for sure. Because I do really enjoy it and really like it.
So it's kind of teetering in that line.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, I'm not a perfectionist at any cost or anything, but that's what I feel.
But that's
what I feel. I feel this game, it's really good. You can play it multiple times no matter what, and still have fun. There's a couple things in there I feel they could at least redo or maybe reword it to make it more simpler, because there's a couple times we were like, well, what does that mean? And it's like,
It can be tough. It can definitely be tough.
I enjoyed the loophole I found with everyone goes to sleep and I fist bump and y'all don't get nothing.
Yeah.
Offer, no one. No,
yeah, which is a weird thing.
That one I do get, but it's the rock paper scissors. Like there's one in there where you for regular show they do rock paper scissors a lot, and that one, you know, there's a card where everyone has to go to sleep. Well, then if you have one that says, I play rock, paper, scissors, and the winner gets the card, it's like, well, you can't really play that. So it's kind of like a useless card.
Well, you still get the power off of it. You just don't have the possibility of drawing a card.
But like I said, just a couple cards like that, if they were cleared up, I'd give it an A, or a V, sorry. If I give it a
turn the A.
There we go.
There we go.
We fixed it. All right.
Yeah.
But I give it a Z.
Extend the line for the Vindicated.
But I still, you know, I'll still play. If you break this out and we're not streaming it or something.
All right. I had a lot of fun with this game. It's very tough for me. Just off my gut reaction, I'm gonna give this a Z. I feel like it's a very good game.
I got the love.
I do think it's a really, really great game. I'm excited to play it again, but I'm gonna go with a Z for this rating. And yeah, it's a fun game though. Definitely recommend it, especially if you're a Cartoon Network fan or you're a fan of deck building games and you're open to enjoying Cartoon Network or even just like the art style. So with that being said, yeah, it's a great game. Bunch of ages, family, all that stuff. Catch out our other videos. I'm stumbling now.
And we did stream this, so if you want to see us play it, there's 5 of us playing it. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 of us play it.
It's a max player account.
But if you want to see how it's played, go there. It'll be on YouTube soon. So
yeah,
it's on our Twitch. Twitch.tv.
See us playing it in action.
Vindicated Entertainment. Twitch.tv/Vindicated Entertainment.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He's fumbling too.
So follow us there. Subscribe to us. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you. Take care and stay awesome.
Peace.
The video's over, but this was made by our Patreons.
We really appreciate what you've done for us, and we'd appreciate it if you'd continue following us further at patreon.com/VindicatedEntertainment.
Yeah, you guys. Be sure to check out some more of our videos, okay? Bye.
No.